3,000 years ago, a man was given one rule. If he followed it, he would gain everything he ever wanted. If he broke it, he would lose her forever. And here is the tragedy. He did not fail because he didn't love her. He failed because he was human. His name was Orpheus. They said his music could calm storms, soften wild animals, and even make the gods stop and listen. It moved the earth beneath his feet and silenced the heavens above. But none of that power mattered when the one person he loved most was taken from him. Her name was Eurydice. She was not a goddess, not a queen, and her name was never meant to echo through temples or songs of glory. She was simply his life. She walked beside Orpheus through quiet fields, through mornings filled with light, through days that felt endless and safe. They believed the world was gentle. They believed time would always wait for them. But one day, without warning, the earth turned cruel. A single step, a hidden snake, a moment too small to notice and yet too powerful to undo. And just like that, she was gone. After her death, Orpheus kept singing. He sang to the wind, to the earth, to the empty air beside him. But his songs no longer healed anyone. They only reminded the world and himself of what he had lost. So Orpheus did something no mortal was ever meant to do. He walked into the Underworld, a place no living soul was meant to enter. The world above him faded, and the air grew heavy with silence. Light disappeared, replaced by shadows that seemed to breathe. Every step carried him farther from life and closer to a land ruled by death. Still, he did not hesitate, because love had already taken everything from him. As Orpheus moved deeper, the dead began to appear, lost souls drifting through the dark, figures without warmth, without time. They watched him pass. Some reached out, others followed in silence. Whispers filled the air, echoes of lives long forgotten. Yet Orpheus felt no fear. He carried no weapon, no armor, only grief in his heart and a lyre in his hands. And then he played. The sound moved through the shadows, soft, trembling, alive. The wandering spirits slowed. Their restless steps came to rest. Faces that had forgotten emotion lifted toward the music. For the first time since death, they felt something human again. In that moment, the underworld listened. The guards of the underworld lowered their spears. Even Hades, ruler of the dead, listened. The halls of death fell silent. No chains moved, no souls cried out. And for the first time in myth, death itself felt something like mercy. Hades agreed to let Eurydice return. The dead do not bargain easily, but love had moved even the ruler of shadows. Still, there was a condition. One rule, simple, cruel. Orpheus would walk ahead. Eurydice would follow behind him. He would hear her steps, feel her presence, sense her breath just beyond reach. But until they reached the surface, until light touched their faces again, he must not look back. Not once. Not for a moment. Not even out of love. If he turned, if his eyes searched for proof, if doubt outweighed faith, she would be lost forever. And the door between life and death would close behind them both. They began to walk, step by step, silently. Orpheus moved forward, one foot after the other, counting the distance with his breath. Behind him, there was nothing. No footsteps, no breath, no sound at all. Only the echo of his own thoughts, growing louder with every step. What if she isn't really there? What if the gods have deceived him? What if this hope is only another kind of cruelty? He told himself to trust. He told himself to keep walking. He told himself not to look back. But doubt is patient, and fear is persuasive. The closer they came to the surface, the brighter the light became, and the heavier his heart felt. Faith began to weaken. Fear began to whisper. What if she was gone already? What if he was walking alone? And just before the final step, just before freedom, just before the world of the living, Orpheus turned around. And just before the final step, just before freedom, just before the world of the living, Orpheus felt the light on his skin. He felt the air change. He felt life waiting ahead. But behind him, there was only silence. No footsteps, no voice, no proof. For a single moment, he saw her, reaching for him, and in that instant, hope returned. Then, she was gone. No second chance, no mercy. Eurydice returned to the dead, and Orpheus returned to the world, empty-handed and forever changed. Orpheus didn't lose her because he didn't love her. He lost her because he couldn't trust. And that is why this story still hurts. Because we've all looked back. We doubt, we overthink, we check again. And sometimes we destroy the very thing we are trying to save. Some mistakes do not come with second chances, and some loves are lost the moment we look back. This is Mythic Secrets Tales.